Go ahead.
Key is the the most important thing is that you do figure it out. Sometimes people figure it out. I see people in their like 20s now that seem like they have their shit together more than I ever did, and then I see, people in their 50s and that are just now figuring life out. I don't know. I think we all kind of perceive things at different levels at different times, and where we get it when we're ready, I guess.
Have you ever just sat there and thought, you know what, if it just ended now, if I just fucked off to Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, and just said, fuck it, no one ever sees my wife and I and all the kids, whatever, they probably won't go with you to Moose Jaw. But if you went there and you're up in Moose Jaw and you're thinking, what have I done? And you're like, well, I was on the biggest show in the world, which gave me huge success. I was a finalist. I got a record deal. I had 2 hits. You're the fastest selling debut rock album in Nielsen SoundScan history, 1 million copies in 5 weeks, right after Idol, right? This is like the first album. So, and then you look at all this stuff and you made albums. You've played with all your fucking heroes, a lot of your heroes that you love. I see a picture on fucking Instagram with you and Sammy Hagar, and you're playing with all these people that are just amazing. So why couldn't you just go, that's enough? Why? I didn't expect this. I could be in North Carolina playing a fucking, right?
It's certainly, those conversations get bounced around often. Me and my wife are always like, what if we just go live in the woods somewhere?
Oh my God.
And just escape everything. Like, how bad could it be? We were just watching this docuseries on Netflix with Zac Efron. Have you seen that?
No, but I want to.
Down to Earth. Dude, it's so good. I haven't finished it yet, but we were watching going, like, that's life. These people are happy. They're growing their own food.
I want to be down to earth.
Yeah. I want to be just grounded and not worry about shit. But yeah, man, it's, and then there's that part of me that feels like, and sometimes I feel guilty for it, but like, I feel like I need that. I need to be on stage and I need to be in the studio and creating and, at some capacity. So it's one of those things that, I feel like I still have a lot left in me, but certainly there are times where it's like, what if,
I do it all the time, man. In fact, tomorrow I'm going up with my best friend. We're going to drive a couple hours to Big Bear and just look at some cabins to maybe buy. I want to buy there you go. I just want to be able to get out of town and, just to be able to, I think what happens is sometimes you're like, what am I doing? It's like this cyclical, you're busy, you're being productive, you're doing things, you're enjoying things, but it seems sort of at the same time stagnant almost. Like you're doing the same things and everything's great, but it's also, you don't want 20 years to go by and go, you watch these shows, like you said, with the Zac Efron, Down to Earth, and you watch Alone, that I watch on the History Channel that I talk about. I had Jordan Jonas, the winner of season 6 on, and he's out there and he's like building a shelter, and he's like, not to say you have to do that, but fishing and building a fire and just getting away. And I don't get away, and I keep saying I need to get away, and that, it's the same thing. It's like, as important as this stuff is, we are probably going to be healthier if we do disconnect for a bit and then come back stronger. Because if we just keep pushing,
we never get away. We always talk about it, and then something comes up that we can't get away because of this, or because of this. I'm with the kids, or I got this virtual tour I'm doing now, and then it is always something, and it's almost like you just have to like intentionally just cut the cord and disappear.
Why don't you put it on the schedule? Why don't you and your wife say, let's pick a date, and we're doing it. We're circling it right now. All we're doing is putting this. We're not changing this date. We're doing this for our own sanity.
Yeah,
that's what
needs to happen.
I need to do that too.